Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do Gunfire issue number 2 by DC Comics, and we're going to dive right in. So Ricochet has entered the building, and he has his Gunfire's friend here, hostage, and her name is Yvette Dubois. And well, it seems that Ricochet cannot be hurt because, as you can see, everything bounces off him, and then. Gunfire, contacts his friend Ben, who is waiting at the van below in this building that's still being built, to pick up or help. Well, let's say pick up Yvette. So he puts Yvette into the elevator and pushes the button while he's still, going to fight Ricochet. But as you can see, also here, no matter what he does, Ricochet cannot be hurt. Until, eventually his weapon is disintegrating because of the overheating of the molecules. That's his power. And then Ricochet, blasts him here. And we see that his suit is getting damaged while Yvette is, safely getting, quote unquote, rescued. Well, she rescues herself while running to the van. What I like, because in the last issue, we saw that Ricochet is being hit on the back. I mean, his suit was on fire, or it was pretty damaged, and we see here still the remnants or the fallout of that hit. Those small little details I really like, and also he's getting hit here. His suit is now damaged. And then Ricochet gets a call from his boss, and he say, "Hey, the police is getting here, and the girl's been freed. We don't." We cannot do anything in here. And Ricochet says, well, if that's what it is, then I'm coming down. So he jumps down from a building, and nothing can hurt him because the impact is ricochet him from his body. Gunfire is still shooting, picks up another equipment, and he cannot hit him. And then he looks with his, vision that he is escaping, and he says, interesting. That's why nothing I fired could hit that guy. And at that point, I didn't know what he means. I mean, you could shoot him, and what do you mean? You hit him. There's something wrong with this guy. Well, there's something going on. Let's leave it at that. But at this time the time that I read it, this part, I had no clue. Moving on. So, and also I like the old school bus with all these computer equipments and stuff. I don't know. It just brings me a little bit back to the past when there was movies and TV series with all these vehicles with gadgets in it. It has that old sci-fi feel, if you know what I mean. And sorry. So so we see here that some shenanigans going on. Ben, rips off the tape off Yvette's mouth, and she's pretty pissed off. So they are going away too, and then there's the police coming, and they are, discovering bodies left and right, and there are also bodies from the Van Horn industry, and Gunfire is, of course, a Van Horn, so this is now his company since his dad passed away. We also find out later that they are that the evil guys, let's call him that, are looking for a project or a equipment or something that's called the CDI. So he goes to his aunt doesn't know anything, and it seems that his dad has created some experimental weapons, and they found parts of it in a crate in France. So they still don't know where that CDI thing is or what it actually is. So they are, a little bit clueless. And then I call him Gunfire, and he says, "Thank you, driver. I don't think we'll be needing you anymore." And then she says, "Well, my name is not, please call me Monica, and your lady friends know where to reach me when you need me again." And he got pissed off. He says, "Your lady friend." And also he says, don't tell me you're jealous. Absolutely not. You and I have been over for a very long time. Yes, I speak that way because, she's French, and I like to do stuff like this sometimes. So he gets, then the police found him here, and he says, Mr. Andrew Van Horn and says, yes, guilty as charged. And he asked the questions about what's happening at the building sites, etc., about the several dead bodies. And, Andrew says, I cannot talk about that. So here's my, my card of the lawyer. So, although that's a little bit strange, he could talk about the whole thing with the cop, but then his friend Yvette also calls him out to that. So why didn't you tell him? He said that I was kidnapped by Slater and that Ricochet person. They told me they told me you'd be killed if I told the police. Well, okay, that's actually a good reason. And then we see Ricochet and his goons entering some kind of a building, I believe, of the Van Horn, of his, Andrew Van Horn's father. He has several warehouses, and they are looking for the Thingamajig, the CDI. And they are picking up the signal because somehow it's been, I don't know, alarm going off, I guess. And here's a security breach, so they're going there. But now Gunfire is now armed with a real gun, and he's going in. So he's scanning the place, and he found some, one of the henchmen of Ricochet, and he wants to fire the gun. But then this happens, all these micro explosions happens, and the gun is unusable. And immediately he is being found out by the evil guys, and they are shooting at him. And it seems that I believe his power is growing, and that he is accidentally set off the gunpowder in the rifle's ammo, which is a neat touch. So basically he is resorting back to his old ways, breaking off stuff and then shooting with, with metal, with wood and whatever he can find. But Ricochet is also there, and he basically threatens him. He found out, Gunfire found out that he has some kind of a port here and that he can shoot at it. But he talks about a force field. And I thought to myself, what do you mean force field? What are you talking about? Yeah, so I'm going back to a couple of pages. I'm sorry. Here we go. It seems that, as you can see, it's very slight visible. And also in the beginning, he doesn't, his bullets, I guess, doesn't hit Ricochet itself, but some couple of centimeters before him. I didn't notice it, but nice touch, because it seems that he has some kind of a force field. He shoots at the the gun port or whatever he's shooting with, and then he is he cannot use his force field anymore. So Andrew or Gunfire attacks him immediately, but it seems that Ricochet has some kind of a backup generator, so his force field comes back on. And but not only that, there is also some goon here. He sees Gunfire and he shoots a bit, but Gunfire shoots back and basically mortally wounding him. And then Ricochet, he shoots at Ricochet. Ricochet, his bullets bounces again back, and then Gunfire is getting hit and he's almost out. And then Ricochet goes away, which I found a little bit strange. You could now take care of Gunfire. You can kill him if you want, but then you just walk away. So that means he's not really a murderer, I guess. Let's move on. Anyway, so this guy says he's dying, and so Ricochet says, "Well, I'm gonna help you, but you have to tell me what is the CD device you're after, and what do you and Ricochet work for?" And then this guy, Balls of Steel, says, "Do I look like a stoolie? Get stuffed, pal." And he dies. that cracked me up. So they are going back into the bus, and they are taking somehow, I believe, the equipment of this stooge with him. And then Ben finds out, because he cracked the code, what the CDI stands for. It's called the Cellular Deintegrator, whatever it is. It's some kind, indeed, an experimental weapon. And it seems that it's coming to the haven, because it's on a boat tonight. Stupidly enough, they take the helm of this guy with him, that has an intercom. So the bad guys listen to what they are saying, and they figured out where to get the CDI thing. Well, great job, Ben. Anyway, so they are here before Ricochet, Ricochet, Gunfire and his pals. What I like about Ricochet, why am I saying that? What I like about Gunfire, that going back here, that he is not an invincible, overpowered guy, can do everything. No, he has to rely on the help of his buddies, like Ben and even Yvette. Not sure what her roles is, but she can fight really well. I like that they are basically relying on each other instead of, hey, I'm basically Iron Man and there's some side characters that here for the fun. No, they are actually contributing to what Gunfire is doing. I like that. Moving on a little bit, skipping a few pages. So yeah, okay. So they found a Thingamajig here, and one of the guards, they killed the other ones. Found out and says, "Hey, I called the cops, so you stay here." So Ricochet, I thought he was not a murderer. I guess it was wrong because he shoots this thing at him, and he is, disintegrating. And then Gunfire and his buddies are coming to save the day. Well, that's not really a good analysis. Gunfire is getting shot by the CDI thing, and Ricochet boasts, haha, you cannot touch me because not only have my force field back, I also, broaden that field of, I'm sorry, that's saying that wrong, but let's say he has also protected the Thingamajig. And Ricochet found out that, he is not dead. And why is that? Seems that the Thingamajig CDI thing can only, it works on, humans or flesh or organic stuff, if you will. So they are battling each other for a while. And then what happens is this. So Gunfire shoots at Ricochet, and then it bounces off to the Thingamajig. It explodes. Because there was this plan all along, it seems. Well, that it's a little bit, far-fetched. That's going to happen instantly. But, comics, Ricochet, the explosion is so immense that he is flying all across the thing here, or what, the haven, or whatever it is. And he's falling into the water, and he's gone. And then back to the evil lair of these guys. There's another guy who wants to take out Gunfire, and his name is Purge, and that leads us to the next issue. You know what I like about certain 90s comics? It feels fun. As you know, I also review and read modern comics, except for Marvel and DC. Fuck those guys. Personal opinion, sorry. But this comic feels like some kind of a computer game when you take out the henchman, then you fight a boss, then you defeat that boss, and then there's another boss later in the game coming that you have to fight before you take out the end boss, the evil guy itself. And this comic feels like that. Not like a computer game, but just fun, with cool, nice characters and friends, and these friends are taking out the evil guys, and there's an evil organization with henchmen. I just like that. It's not really simple storytelling, but it's fun storytelling. So yeah, that brings us to the end of the video. Guys, I hope you like it. Jesus Christ, almost 15 minutes. I'm stopping right now. Thank you much for watching as always. Subscribe to my channel, like my video. I see you next time. Bye-bye.